I thought this might amuse you. You know, I was having trouble trying to do this thing up. Guess how I've got it done up today? My husband's upstairs working. I couldn't ask him, so I had to do it up with a... It's not even done up, everyone. I had to do it up with a hairband. Isn't that hilarious? Hello, my gorgeous angels. It's Holly Honjo. Welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you so much. My channel just reached 50,000 subscribers, which is a monumental achievement in the year that I've been on YouTube. I never expected to come this far, so I just really wanted to say thank you so much. I love the community that we're building here and the support. I see how you all respond to each other in the comments, and I love the way that everybody is lifting each other up and showing how we can help each other. So thank you. Please keep being you, keep doing that. I really love it, and I always try to read every single comment I get, and I do try to reply. So thank you so much. To celebrate my 50,000 subscribers, I thought I would do a little Q&A for you all to get to know me a little bit better. I know, perhaps slightly self-absorbed, but I got nothing else to give. So I thought I would give you a little piece of me so that you can get to know me better. I asked you last week on my video to leave some comments with questions you wanted to know, and also on my Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Holly Honjo, and I got questions on there too. So I'm going to start going through the list, and hopefully I can answer everybody's questions. Firstly, there's a few questions that I'm going to kind of bundle all into one, and that is... there's a little bit of confusion over my accent, where I live, and my kind of relationship to Japan, or if my husband's Japanese. So let me take you back to 2007. I am originally from England, a little town, well, I guess it's probably a city these days, a city called Southampton, which is on the south coast of England, so right by the beach, lovely little city, also very famous for being the place where Titanic departed from, so that's my little claim to fame there. So lovely seaside city. Southampton is where I'm from, England. Anyway, in 2007, I decided that I was going to move to Japan and teach English, which I did. So I had several different jobs in Japan teaching English. I used to work in an eikaiwa, which is a language school, so I was teaching adults and children. And then later I went on to work for the actual Japanese government school district and worked in several middle schools, which I absolutely loved. And that's what I did for most of my time that I was out there. And that was my favorite thing, teaching the kids. You might have kind of realized that from doing my workouts. I do love teaching and being up center stage and kind of sharing my knowledge. So in Japan, when I was originally working at the language school with adults, often me and my colleagues would go out with some of our students, adult students obviously, we'd go out drinking in the evening and just have a ton of... We'd go out drinking in the evening and have a ton of fun. And on one of those evenings, one of our students brought along his colleague, and his colleague happened to be my husband, because my husband is a native English speaker. He was actually born in America, born in California, and then he had moved to Japan to work abroad, to kind of brush up his Japanese skills a little bit and get some work experience working in Japan. So he wasn't studying at the English school because he already speaks English, and obviously he speaks Japanese fluently too, so he was working for a Japanese company. And so we went out one night. Now this is where the story gets a little bit complicated, because they say there's three sides to every story, you know, your version, their version, and the truth. So me and my husband have a kind of different take on that evening. as far as I was aware, I was just going out with my colleagues and we were meeting up with some students and they were bringing some of their friends and we were just going to have a good laugh. From my husband's point of view, he seems to think it was a group date. So in Japan, it's very, very popular. They have a thing called kompa or gokon, where, a group of guys say, there's one main guy, the leader, will say to 4 of his friends, hey, come out with me. And then on the other side, you'll have a girl and she'll bring 4 of her friends. And it's like a group kind of date, perhaps blind date thing. That's not what happened. That's what he'll tell you, but it wasn't like that. I didn't think it was a date. So anyway, I rocked up late as usual, although I'm not late anymore. Anyway, different story, sorry. And we met and, I thought he was a nice guy. And it was just really cool because he spoke English fluently, so we were able to get on because my Japanese is not by any means perfect. It's very conversational. It's not very good. And so we met. So that was in 2009. I met him. So I'd been there about a year and a half, I think, or just over a year in Japan. Met him in 2009. And then we decided, I was still working in Japan. He actually moved back to California in 2011 or 2010 or 2011, I don't remember. Maybe it was late 2010. And we actually did a long distance relationship. So Japan and America for about a year and a half, whilst I was just kind of wrapping up my job and waiting for my visa. We decided that the only way to get me over to America was if we got married. So I got a fiance visa, and once my visa came, I finished up my year at school. I wanted to finish that and see it out. And then I moved to America in 2012. So I've been in America since 2012, so that's 8 years now. And then obviously we got married straight away. So we'd never lived together. And I know it's been really fun so far. We still like each other. So in 2012, I moved to California. First, we were living down in San Diego. And then recently, or a couple of years ago, we moved up to Orange County. So I'm now living in Orange County. So somebody asked if we were a military family because I'd moved around from England to Japan to America, and the answer is no. Obviously, because that's just how our lives kind of happened and intersected. Is my husband Japanese? Yes. Is he traditional Japanese? Not really, no. And that's probably why we get on so well. We're very much on the same wavelength. Most of our main core beliefs are very in line with each other. But I wouldn't say he's a typical American either. I don't know. I mean, we're all a bit of a mix of personalities, aren't we? I don't know if there's traditional, you can be a myriad of different things. You don't need to be one or the other. But him and his family don't necessarily have any particularly strong Japanese traditions or anything that we uphold. A little bit sad about that because his family is over here, his parents live here. So I was kind of looking forward to them helping me keep up all the fun traditions and things I'd learned in Japan. But it's all good. His family are absolutely wonderful and I love them and we get on very, very well. In fact, his mum always watches my videos. So hi, Toshie. Is my husband proud of me for my YouTube? My husband is actually the person that pushed me and persuaded me to start a YouTube channel. He wanted me, I don't know, I think he just thought it would be a fun kind of outlet for me to do. I don't think he also thought how kind of big my channel would get. So he is extremely proud of me. And he definitely kind of tries to help me by keeping the kids entertained, or sometimes he'll help me set the camera up and stuff, but mostly it's me. I just want you to know that. And I do my editing as well. but he has started to help me with the editing a little bit. Do you get to visit your home country often, and is there anything you miss? To be honest, since 2012, I've only been back 3 times, I think. Well, 2016, I went back twice in 1 year because it was my sister's wedding, and then it was also a friend's wedding. So I went back twice within about 2 months. And then we went back in 2019. We went back last year to show off the kids. So I've only been back 3 times, actually, in the time that I've been here. But I have had a lot of my family come over. My sisters have been over. I've had friends come over. So it's all good. Things that I miss, well, number one would be my family and friends. Food items, yes, I do miss things, but having lived in Japan for so long, I'm kind of used to not having my home food comfort items. And I can get quite a few things over here. But whenever people come, they always bring me tea bags. I must have tea bags from England. So that's the number one thing. Have to have a cup of tea every day, every morning at least. Profession before being a stay-at-home mum. So when I was in England, before I left, I was just working. It wasn't really a profession. It was just a job straight after university in the kind of interim year before leaving for Japan. I was just kind of like an admin assistant at a shipping company. Teaching English then was my profession in Japan. And then once I moved to America, I was working as an instructional assistant and aide for special education. In high school, I absolutely loved that job too. Loved being with the kids, had such good banter. I don't know, I freaking love those high schoolers. They were all awesome. So that was a really, really fun kind of 5 years of my life that I did that. How old am I? Okay, this is a little bit of a tricky question because I'm not really sure. I was born in 1983, so I'm either 36 or 37. So I could be 38 this year, or I could be 37. My birthday is in December, so I haven't had my birthday yet. I think I'm 37, which kind of sucks because I'm getting old, but you know, life happens, doesn't it? Age happens. Star sign, Sagittarius. Love being a Sagittarius. I didn't seem to get the athletic body that was supposed to come with it, but working on it. Where would you like to travel? I would actually love to travel around the States, to go to each of the states. That would be really, really cool. I have always wanted to go to India, which is funny because somebody did also message me saying, when will you visit India? And also Bangalore. I think that was Nethra. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I would love to come to India. You know I love Indian food. I feel like that would be an amazing place to visit. I also would like to go to Egypt. I'd love to see the pyramids. Also, where else would I like to go? I don't know. There's lots of places that I'd like to go. Japan. I'd love to go back to Japan. I haven't been back since I left, so I'm missing lots of friends over there. Quite a lot of places, basically. Where do you get your workout ideas from, and are they systematic? So do I try and target specific muscles? Firstly, I kind of have a big spreadsheet where I kind of grouped all the different types of workouts I could do, or, I'll start with like full bodies, upper body, lower body, core, and then I was breaking workouts down by that. Then once my channel started to get very popular, I noticed a lot of people wanted to, or really were enjoying the full body workouts. So I started trying to make more full body workouts as that seemed very popular and what was wanted. But I also I try and keep it balanced, but it really does depend. I also like to use weights. I personally like to use weights in a lot of mine, but I'm aware that not everybody has weights, which is why I've been trying to do a lot more body weight exercises so that my workouts can be a lot more accessible for everybody. And so, sometimes it can be a little bit challenging for me to try and think of all these things. But yes, I do kind of try to be a bit systematic. But then other things pop up, and then I'll decide to do this or do like a kettlebell workout, which I'd love to do another one of. I'd love to do a resistance band workout. I don't have any bands yet, but once I buy some, I will most definitely be putting up a resistance band workout because they look very, very fun and probably a little bit painful. So yes. Do you schedule time for your workouts, or do you try to make them do you try to work them in more random when family obligations allow? I wouldn't say schedule in, well, I know it's a bit of both, to be honest. When I'm working out, it's kind of like when the youngest goes down for a nap, I'll plop the other one in front of the TV, and that's why I sometimes get interrupted when I'm working out because she sat right next to me trying to watch TV, and that's when I work out. There was a time when I was working out in the evening. Back at the very, very beginning, I used to work out in the evening after the kids had gone to bed, but I'm now finding it increasingly more difficult to get out of the bedroom from putting the kids down earlier than 8:30, so it's making it very difficult for me to come down and want to work out, especially because every time I work out, I film that workout. I've said this before, I only work out around 3 times a week. Every time I work out, I'm recording a workout. So I don't do random workouts in the middle of the day or anything like that. Is there any difference between working out for myself and recording a workout? Well, number one, I guess I'm more motivated to actually push myself and to complete those reps because I know I'm on camera. Sometimes when I am recording, you don't see it, but I'll start working out and then I'll muck it up and I'll start the whole set again. And that has happened a couple of times. So I'm kind of already red in the face and a bit out of breath. And that's probably because I've already done the first couple of exercises, once already. And then I kind of mucked it up or said something that just sounded stupid, or I lost my place and couldn't remember what I was doing. And I like my workouts to be one continuous shot so that you know that I am working out right there with you. I'm not kind of taking breaks or something. So that's one difference. The other difference is I definitely feel more motivated when I'm recording workouts. And it does pump me up to know that I've got all of your support and it's supporting you and motivating you. So that definitely helps to get me kind of pumped and primed and excited to work out. It also makes my workouts a lot more enjoyable. I really kind of love, I know so many of you say it feels like I'm there in the room with you, but to me it also feels like you are there in the room with me, and that's awesome. So I love that. Okay, I got a little baby grabbing stuff out of cupboards right now, so I'm gonna try and hurry this up. I think we're on the last question anyway. Do you have a hobby or favorite thing to do outside of YouTube, and what is it? Hobbies outside of YouTube. Honestly, YouTube has taken up so much of my time recently. I don't really have any hobbies outside of YouTube, especially what with trying to create content, think of ideas, plan workouts, do the workouts, edit the workouts. There's not a lot of room outside of that. Kids' schedule is a bit skew-iff, so a little bit difficult. However, if I wasn't doing YouTube, my hobbies would be, and if we weren't in the middle of a freaking pandemic, my hobbies would definitely be seeing friends. I enjoy watching movies. I feel like this is, it's pretty much the same hobbies for everyone, isn't it? Like watching movies, seeing friends, reading books. I listen to a lot of audiobooks in my car when I'm driving the kids to and from places. I also enjoy doing my nails, which have not been done for the longest time. Fun fact, I actually have my nail technician license. I got that when I first moved to California, but being a mom, doing my YouTube, I do not have time to do it because I'm still, I got my license, but I never actually worked as a nail technician. Hello babe, are you coming? So yeah, I think we're gonna have to go soon, aren't we? Yeah, that was just my fun fact. Anyway, I have my license, but I haven't really done much with that. But you know, it's just something under my belt that I can do one day if I want. And I do enjoy being able to do my nails at home. So I do a lot of gel nails. Hello. Anyway, this is my boy. But his hair's growing a little bit long, so we put it up, don't we, Rui? But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for sending me in your questions. I hope I answered everything. And I did explain on Instagram. I kind of effed up a little bit because I'm old and I don't really know how to use Instagram, but I'd asked you to put questions on there, and then when I went to look at them the other day, they disappeared. So I was a little bit sad about that because you'd taken time to ask me questions. So sorry if I didn't get to your question from Instagram. Anyway, I will speak to you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me. Hope you all have a fabulous day, and I love you all so much. You are all amazing. You're worthy. You're worth it. You're fantastic. Thank you, my loves.